The best of the Morning X.
99X.
I was talking to this friend of mine yesterday. You know what I've always been amused by is the fact that, like, when you're on a date, on a first date, maybe your first 2 dates with somebody, every single thing that they do, every little nuance they have, every idiosyncrasy...
You're under the microscope. ...is
placed under such a microscope, and the slightest thing they do that is kind of weird to you can immediately queer the deal.
Yeah, if you're picky,
I mean,
forget
the slightest little thing can make it...
No second chance for a lot of people.
I was talking to this friend of mine, and she went out on a first date a few nights ago. And I said, so how'd it go? She said, nah, I don't think so. What happened? She said, well, we were at the movies, and you know how they have a little cup holder on the side of the armrest? She said, well, he put his drink in the cup holder, and then during the movie, rather than pick up the cup to drink out of the straw, he would just, like, lean over.
What's wrong with
and
that?
drink
I do
out
that
of the
all the
straw.
time.
He would just, like, leave it in the cup holder.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
And then lean over the whole time.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? You get the
She
jumbo,
said
you just place it there for the whole
That
movie, you're good to
bugger?
go.
She said it drove her out of her mind. And she said, that's it. I can't go out with this guy anymore.
That's funny, though, but
But, you know, everybody's got their little thing like that. You know?
some little thing that irritates you.
Leslie, can you think of...
I got to
This
think
girl-
about that. Go
this
ahead.
girl that I went out with once for about 3 times used to put 15 sugars in her tea. Had to count them.
Okay.
Ooh.
Counted them out.
Okay.
15 packets. It took like the first 10 minutes of the lunch just to fill, and maintain maintenance on the tea.
Uh-huh. I'm going to see if my friend is home. Let's see if he'll tell about his. He doesn't know we're even calling.
Jimmy,
But this is a
you have
reason.
to have ton. You
I'm
go
like
through
that.
quite a
Let me
bit.
see if my friend will give this reason.
Who is this?
He may not want.
Hello?
Yo, you're on the air.
Right now?
Yeah, right now you're on the air. We have not mentioned your name.
Nice to put your friends on the spot, Jimmy.
Do you want to tell that story about why that one girl why she blew the deal? Remember we were talking about that at dinner the other night?
Sure.
Okay. This is my friend Fred, right? Is that okay to say? Because...
Well, Fred's my name, so you could certainly use it.
Okay. Why did one girl not make the cut one time?
This is a funny story, actually. It had to do with the type of beer that she drank.
Don't mention the brand name, please.
Oh, okay. She kept, every time she would come over, she would bring a 6-pack of this beer. And it was horrible, horrible beer. So I thought, well, maybe I'll go out and get something a little better, try to expand her horizons. And every time I would get something else, she would not drink it and complain.
It was a light beer, a type of light beer.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it persisted, and finally I got this huge collection of really good beer that was light beer, which I didn't drink. And she would start bringing 12 packs over of this bad beer.
Of the same beer.
Of the same beer.
So because she wasn't drinking a beer that he thought was suitable...
You dumped her.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it wasn't so much that the beer was bad. It was just that I felt that here's someone who had no interest in expanding their horizon.
Well, you got to look down the line and go, you couldn't deal with that beer in your refrigerator for the rest of your life.
Right, exactly.
That's
so
right.
It was.
Thank you for sharing that
Okay.
story.
Thank you, Fred.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
got it.
Right.
So, wrong type of beer.
I'm sure there are plenty. I want to hear some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is just the most ridiculous reason you've ever had to break off dating somebody?
Who is this?
I'd rather not give my name because you might be
Okay.
listening.
That's fine. And what little thing did he do that sent
Turn you off,
running?
yeah.
Well, he's a really big guy. He used to weigh about literally over 400 pounds, and he got down to probably a little over 200. And I didn't want to be seen with him, so we decided to go to a movie.
You didn't want to be seen with him.
So we
Why,
went to a
why did you even go out with him?
Come on,
Well, I mean, he was a really nice guy, and just wanted to give him a chance.
You were doing charity work.
No, not exactly. Well,
you didn't want to
maybe.
be seen with him.
Well, come on, we've all had dates that we weren't comfortable streeting.
Right. Well, we were having a good time, and
Come on.
he ended up to be a very nice guy. But we get to the movie theater, and he gets a big thing of popcorn, and he literally would take his hands and dive down into the popcorn and just shovel it in his mouth, and popcorn would go all over him.
Ugh.
I just couldn't deal with it.
Couldn't eat the popcorn.
No.
Okay.
That's a
There you
good
go.
one, thanks.
Well, you could have
Drive
just
you
picked
crazy.
it off his shirt. It would have been a lot easier than going down in the bucket.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bravo TV star Lala Kent holds nothing back.
There's been so many times where I'm like, I apologize that I said that, but that wasn't meant for you to hear.
Feel you there.
How fun would it be to bring in some Bravo celebrities and make our own bracket?
Iconic.
All right, I'll take Dorinda, you take Sonia.
Sonia is who I wish I could be.
You and me both. I cannot be someone in the program. What's PTO?
Pay time off. See? You've never had a real job.
Give them Lala.
It is nothing but honesty.
You guys know.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
We'll see you. Cheryl?
Yeah. Hello?
Hello. What did he do?
Well, thanks for saying my name.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
That's your stage name.
Well, when I was in college and stuff, there was this guy. I've always been particular about preppy guys, and I always have to, pick out if they're wearing, like, brand name clothes or something. I can tell if they came from J. Crew or Gap or whatever.
So you need a guy with a brand name.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And
nothing wrong with that.
Anyways, one time when we were in class, I noticed that he was wearing kind of like synthetic leather shoes.
Synthetic leather?
Synthetic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fake leather.
It looked like that they came from Walmart or Target or something like that.
Nothing wrong with Walmart
Nothing wrong with those
or
shoes.
Target.
Just not your kind of guy.
Okay, bad shoes. You know what? I've heard a lot of women who can make that claim because shoes tell a lot about a guy.
It's true. Clothes do in general.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Steve?
Yeah.
Why'd you break it off?
This is about 15 years ago, back in high school, and I walked up to her. I just started dating this girl and walked up to her at the locker, and when I looked down to go to kiss her, she had a rather large whitehead right on the lip, almost the top of the lip part, and that was it.
That's right.
I couldn't kiss her. I gave her the old head duck and said, I got to go, and then from that on, it lasted about a week because every time I went to kiss her, I just couldn't do it.
Even if it was gone, you would always picture it there.
Exactly, and it's like, well, if you knew it was there in the morning, why don't you just, get rid of it? And I probably wouldn't have even seen it and could have maybe had a chance.
Hey, Patrick or Steve, it could have been one of those, late rising ones. She could have been already on the way to school. The whitehead kind of showed its ugly head.
It was rather large.
Steve and I are here to tell you it really doesn't matter.
You should have popped it for her, Steve.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I could totally see that because that zit will always be there in your eye.
Exactly. It reminded me when I saw Seinfeld, this is like 15 years ago when I saw the Seinfeld, this most recent one where he dropped the toothbrush in a toilet bowl.
Right.
Couldn't do it.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Cool. See ya.
See ya. Patrick.
Hey, hairy nipples.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Is that your name?
Could have been.
Hairy nipples, Jimmy, where are they playing?
Hairy nipples, as hairy can be.
So do tell us what happened.
Do tell us what more.
Yeah, Barnes.
You're supposed to work your way up to that story.
Yeah, the guy. We opened the phone line. The guy
threw the punchline right out the gate.
I like this. Go right to the punchline. Go right to the punchline. We don't need the long story. Hairy nipples.
Did you end it right there, or did you go ahead and complete the task?
No, actually, because she was a nice person, I was just like going, what do I do to work up courage?
You just stayed away from that zone for the night.
So pretty much. You just pull that old sports bra down and and work on other areas.
So was that it? Was that the last time you went out with her?
No, actually, because she also I picked her up where I worked, and she frequented there. And what I did, I went out with her a few times after that, and there was one night I remember I drank enough courage to let her know this, and about a week later, they were nice and smooth and clean, and then I dumped her after that.
Yeah.
Am I mean or what?
That's no, that's a fact of life. It's not mean. I mean, guys, ladies, this is the cold hard facts of dating, right?
Man,
yeah.
Did you tell her to maybe for future guys, since you knew you weren't going to go back there, maybe to get a little maintenance?
Oh yeah, I was just like, I'm sorry, man. Maybe it's the guy thing, but you got to get rid of that.
And then you talked about that with all your buddies for the next 6 months.
Pretty much. Oh, I still
and
talk
ruin
about it
her
all the time.
Thanks.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Steven.
Yeah.
Hey.
How you doing?
What up? Why?
Let's see. One, I met a girl at Bare Naked Ladies concert in July last year.
Uh-huh.
We went out. I had a nickname for her, and it was Mighty Mouse.
Uh-huh.
And on my birthday card, she misspelled the word mouse.
How'd she spell it?
How did she spell mouse?
I believe she spelled that M-O-U-C-E. And
oh, that would be.
You had the brain surgeon.
Was this a different girl?
Different girl.
And that was enough. That's all it took.
That was it.
Cool. Thanks, Steven.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's
Sean?
hysterical.
Yeah, it's Sean.
What was her problem, Sean?
Well,
we dated a few times, and we started. The first time we had sex, this girl starts screaming "dude" over and over again.
During sex?
Dude.
No.
Yeah.
Just like,
She
dude,
sure
that
did.
rocks.
That was it.
Oh, dude.
No.
Girls don't say dude ever. I never
can't
hear women
believe-
say dude.
Maybe you were just like another passing number in the night and she couldn't get the name straight.
So, seriously, how did it
possible.
sound?
That's possible.
How did it sound? Seriously. Like, let's hear a little.
Yeah,
Well, she started moaning, dude, dude. It was great. It was great. The Golden Palace turned out to be a little bronze.
You're on the best of the Morning X. If you keep listening, it might make sense. 99X.
This is Woman's Work with Nicole Khalil.
I wish you health, physical, mental, emotional, financial, social, and most definitely spiritual.
Redefining what it means to be doing woman's work.
I would rather have the temporary pain of discomfort than the avoidable pain of regret.
But hear me when I say this. Believe in something. Believe in yourself. That, more than anything, is absolutely woman's work.
This is Woman's Work from Believe. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.